Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let us take a bit of time to let people come into the room, and then we will go for a round of introductions. There's a chat at the very bottom of your screen. You can ask questions in the dedicated tab. They will be answered at the end of this presentation. We will also ask you some questions inside the poll tab. Feel free to vote, please. Let us give a bit of time to everyone, and then we will kick off.
Yes. It's always very nice to receive some questions, have some interaction. And of course, since we have a lot of attendees, we are quite curious about your answers to the questions we asked you in the poll, and it will help us a bit in the direction of our webinar as well. So feel free, don't hesitate, and thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks again, everyone, for attending this webinar. I'm here with my colleagues and partners to talk about the power of product information. First of all, let us go for a quick round of introduction, everyone. Our companies, what we do, who we are. We can jump to the next slide. My name is Arwa Cherif, Head of Middle East at Ibexa. With me today, I have the pleasure to have Yohann Monnier, CTO at Inforca, and Aart, the Landmeter. I'm really sorry, Aart, if I mispronounce your name. I'll leave the stage to you for an introduction, but Aart is an international account executive at Quable. Together, we will share both the strategic and practical sides of how Ibexa and Quable, alongside a valuable partner like Inforca, can help you deliver consistent, personalized and scalable product experiences, whether you're entering new markets, managing multiple catalogs, or consolidating digital workflows. Here's what we will cover in today's session. We will start with a quick introduction of the three companies behind this webinar, Ibexa, Quable, and Inforca. Then we will look at why your business needs a product information management system and the challenges it helps solve. After that, we will move into a Quable demo with Aart, so you can see how it works in practice. And finally, we will wrap up with the role of partners and the right ecosystem and why it's very important for you to pick the right partner to success to ensure a successful implementation. And we have the pleasure to have Yohann with us today for this part. Maybe a quick introduction on our side. We are Ibexa, part of a strong European software ecosystem with over 600 people and 2,500 clients worldwide. What defines us is very simple. It's really our composable approach to digital transformation. Organizations can start with one solution, whether it's DXP, PIM, CDP, or other components, and later they can expand into a fully integrated suite, however they need it. This is a flexibility which helps businesses reduce complexity, avoid vendor lock-in, and grow at their own pace. And we really believe in this composable approach, and this is how we've chosen to tackle the market. A bit more about Ibexa. As you can see on the screen, Ibexa is a European company with a really strong international footprint. We're proud to be 100% partner-driven, meaning that everything we deliver together hand in hand with our ecosystem of trusted partners like Inforca. Within the Ibexa group, Quable plays a key role by focusing on product information management on the PIM side, completing our digital experience platform to create a complete solution. And today, by being joined by Inforca, Inforca is a valued partner from Monaco with a focus on the Middle East. They help bring these solutions to life for businesses in the region, and this is why our relationship is really critical to our success. In the next slide, you will see the Ibexa ecosystem, really focusing on this part. It is made of three complementary companies. Together, they deliver a strong value proposition around digital experience. So first, you have Ibexa, which is the DXP, digital experience platform. There's Quable, focusing on product information management on the PIM side. And there's Raptor, providing customer data platform capabilities. Again, this is the composable approach. Customers can pick the components that best fit their needs, really. And our value proposition is really focused on 3 key pillars. First, differentiation and hyper-personalization. Thanks to our integrated CDP, we enable companies to deliver deeply personalized digital experience. So it's really not about static recommendation anymore. It's really about individualized, hyper-personalized experiences and going far beyond simple content delivery. The second pillar is go-to-market. This is where Quable comes into play. Very important. Through Quable, we give businesses the tools they need to expand product catalogs, launch faster in new markets, and streamline complex product data. And finally, a cohesive MarTech. I would say this is really a key differentiator for us as well, because we provide a unified interface for marketeers. We really focus on delivering a meaningful, innovative, and engaging experience for marketeers. So one hub where campaigns, content, and product data come together. And we try to help teams work more efficiently by reducing fragmentation. So together, these 3 pillars that you see here define how Ibexa focuses on empowering businesses to simplify complexity, accelerate growth, and deliver exceptional customer experiences. On this slide, a few of our customers, we're really proud to work with so many respected organizations. This is just a selection of the companies that trust us across different industries. It showcases both the diversity and the portfolio of the global brands that have chosen us. Usually they have one thing in common. I think it's very important to highlight it. They face complexity in their digital operations. They have high consideration in products or services, and they rely on us to help them simplify, gain agility, and create real business value. The next slide will show you some global recognition that we're proud to present. Ibexa has been recognized globally by many industry leaders. In here, we've picked key focus on G2. In the DXP category, we've been ranked among leaders. This recognition is especially meaningful because it really comes from customer reviews and feedback. And then moving to the next slide. So basically, this is a very important focus. Why the Middle East and why now? We know that the Middle East is undeniably a global innovation hub. We know it's already very mature, very well equipped with strong global players already present. But we believe that our composable and agile approach is highly relevant because we really focus on giving the freedom to avoid vendor lock-in with this composable approach. We focus on ROI. We adapt quickly to complex multi-market strategies. And we believe that, especially in the Middle East right now, this is critical to succeed in a very competitive and dynamic market. Then moving to this slide, I'm really honored to present it. So to further strengthen our presence and commitment in the Middle East, we're honored to be a strategic partner of Seed Group, a company of the private office of His Highness Sheikh Saeed bin Ahmed Al Maktoum. This partnership allows us to connect more closely with the regional ecosystem, localize our approach, align with the region's ambitious digital transformation agendas, and ensure that Ibexa is positioned to support organizations here in the best way possible, to understand market specificities and to adapt to them. So I've already mentioned this again, but it's very important to highlight our strategy is 100% partner-driven. Quable is a part of Ibexa, of course, but our relationship with Inforca is especially important. Inforca is a historically leading agency in Monaco with a deep expertise in delivering successful Ibexa projects. And with their extensive knowledge today and their services portfolio and experience in a highly competitive dynamic market like Monaco, which is quite close to the dynamic we see in the Middle East as well, they bring this established know-how and expertise, and it really makes them an ideal partner to support organizations in this part of the world. So with that being said, I now leave the stage to Yohann for a quick presentation of Inforca.
Thank you very much, Arwa. So I'm Yohann, I'm CTO at Inforca and head of our digital agency. As Arwa said, Inforca was founded 20 years ago in Monaco, where we still maintain our headquarters. We have since expanded across France and Southern Europe with offices in Paris, Marseille, and Nice. And our latest expansion is in Dubai. We partner with Ibexa to support the Middle East digital transformation journey, and we bring with us 2 decades of digital expertise focusing on innovation, excellence, security, and custom solutions. Our company operates through 2 main divisions. The first one, consulting services, where we place our expert directly within client organization, project manager, cloud and security architects, developer, testers, and the digital agency, where we manage project end-to-end from initial concept through delivery and ongoing maintenance. And with our digital agency, we specialize in 6 core areas: web and e-commerce. We build sophisticated multi-seat, multi-language platform with AI capabilities, product information management with Quable, customer data platform with Raptor, and personalization. Then we build custom business application with ERP integration tool that automates workflow and boosts efficiency, UX and UI, and accessibility to create inclusive, intuitive interfaces for seamless user experiences, SEO and performance, mobile solution to bring iOS and Android apps that have quality interface to your customer services, and AI integration, implement smart solutions that give you competitive advantage.
Thank you, Yohann. Then it's time for me to take it over from here. Before I start, I want to remind you about the poll that we have on the right corner of the screen, maybe for people that join in a few minutes later. And feel free, if you have a question to one of us, to post it in the chat. Don't hesitate. All questions can be relevant, and we will answer them with pleasure. So about Quable. Quable is part of Ibexa, like Arwa already introduced, originated from France, and it is developed from a vision to deliver the best product information management system for teams with the best interface and with the best integration options to the rest of your information systems. We are trusted by industry leaders in every sector. You see them listed here. I won't highlight one, but this slide is to underline that we have a very flexible data model that can adapt very easily to all kinds of industries. So we do not enforce our system to your company, but we are able to look into your company and build a data model, the workflows, and all the features that your company needs. And we are very flexible in that, and that's where we are highly valued for. So we are a partner in your growth. Every PIM system will be a partner in your growth, looking to increase in sales, to acceleration of your indirect network, for your international development, to open up new countries, new markets, to enclose your products to multiple channels. But also we are very relevant for your operational performance. So not only on the business side, also on the operational side, where we help you with gaining productivity by shortening your time to market of your products and help you automate other complicated processes so that your team members can be very efficient. So really the heart and the topic of our webinar is why your business needs a PIM. Like in the invite, we triggered you by what a PIM really is and what it's not, why global brands are turning to a PIM. This session is really to make you understand what a PIM is and what it can do for your business. So here in this slide, you see on the right side a bit of the hassle that you can have in your organization with different assets, different parts of your product data in different systems, in different Excel sheets, different kinds of working with all your product information. It can be really messy, but you have some goals, you have some ambitions, and you face this kinds of obstacles. You want to release your products online, on your e-commerce or on your website. You have a drive to manage and publish your photos and videos from a centralized repository. You want to feed marketplaces. You want to provide your product information to retailers. You want to translate and adapt all your catalogs to each market. You want to animate your sales teams, your customer service. You want to generate catalogs and brochures. It's all topics that play around the PIM and that you have maybe questions around and maybe some troubles in your organization. And that this leads to pain points. I listed them here in a snapshot. That your current tools are maybe unsuited to scale up. That you are stuck in use of complex Excel files, networking folders, very little automation with the rest of the information systems. Therefore, lack of data reliability, lack of data quality. You have multiplication of files, you have versioning problems, maybe omissions, no data control, no traceability of maybe human errors or system errors. So yeah, daily obstacles in your collaboration. And we see that on average, based on our experience, we listed it here, that maybe an employee can spend one day a week looking for the right information or work on gathering all the information that one person needs from their marketing or product management role. And a PIM is here to make your life a lot easier. We really want to make it into a solution that makes you scale. And this is really the infographic that is the heart of the idea of a PIM. On the left hand, you have databases. It can be your ERP system. It can maybe be an other administrative system or a point of sales that contains parts of your product information, for example, the EAN code and the short description of your product. Then you have your files. It can be Google Drive files or Excel files where you enrich your information. Then you have all your videos and your photos. It can, of course, be other assets as well, like product sheets or drawings or I don't know in what industry you are. It can be all kinds of assets. You are lacking a central warehouse for your data. So it's maybe on external drives or on people's local drives. It's scattered everywhere. And you have the data that's coming in from your suppliers. You have maybe a lot of suppliers that deliver their product data to you by email or through semi-automated connections in multiple different formats. Maybe you have data feeds and you have really a struggle to map it into one system. And here is a PIM, really your go-to solution. In the PIM, we will make sure your own data model is in place with all your attributes, with everything that's important for your data, and we build it with your classification, with your taxonomy, with your attributes, really tailored to your business. And in the PIM, we have dashboarding for your data quality. You will immediately see what the quality is of your data. We provide you with workflows to really collaborate with your teams and to make sure the product data is transferred from the first to the second stage in the right order, to the right role, to the right user. And from the PIM, we connect very easy with the incoming sources. And on the right hand, you see the channels, the omnichannel distribution, which can be, of course, your e-commerce and your websites like Ibexa, but it can also be marketplaces. If you're active on Amazon or other marketplaces that are more specific in your region, it can be to mobile apps, to your customer care, to any part of your company that maybe needs your product information. It can be to your point of sale system for your physical stores. We see a lot of print still in the PIM world. So we can very easily create PDF sheets. We can connect to Adobe InDesign, for example, to really make your print life a lot easier. And then we, of course, for the B2B customers in the audience, we have all kinds of possibilities to distribute your data to your distributors and your resellers. We can do automated connections with our APIs or flat file, whatever is needed. So PIM and DAM is really in the heart of your e-commerce as a key pillar. I'm almost at my demo. This is my last slide, I think. In Quable, we put all those PIM things where I talked about into 4 main cornerstones. The first and the second, the PIM and the DAM that are mentioned here, are really intertwined. We have a full DAM in our PIM where you can manage all your assets for your inside your company and outside your company. And besides the PIM and the DAM, we have our brand portal that is really like a second layer or a showroom website on top of your PIM to really showcase your products to the outside world after login and to make them available for your network to make sure they have all your most actual and latest product information and assets to be downloaded by themselves. So that's a really nice tool to provide it to your network. And we have our Quable App Store to connect on both ends with the incoming data and with the outgoing data to all the rest of your information systems. So I'm going to switch screens now. Give me 1 second. Again, if you have any questions, if you want to fill in the poll, there's 1 minute of time right now. So yes, welcome to Quable. Let me do my setup locally as well, good as well. So if you're entering Quable, as you can see, the first thing we present to you is our dashboarding. Because you have so many files locally, you have so many information from suppliers coming in, you have so many assets. We think it's very important to start with our dashboarding. And it really gives you in one go a very clear view on your product data. For example, if an import has run, we have here the newest products just listed in a widget. On the right hand, we have a widget for the brand portal where I can see the completeness of the products. Here I see some are in my skincare or makeup, some are incomplete, some are complete. If I click on one of the bars, I can immediately see which ones are complete or incomplete. Here I see the number of products in my categories. Here I see the data quality of all my products in my catalog divided by classification. And again, when I hover over it, I can see some more details. And when I click on it, I can immediately see what products are missing the description or are missing images or are missing the merchandising plan. It's really dynamic. I can build this for myself as a user. My manager can create dashboards for me that he shares with me and I can share them with my colleagues as well. I can just select them here. I can click to the right and I can share it to my colleagues. And to highlight, they are 100% dynamic. So they are real-time updated when an import runs or a process runs or my colleagues are working, it's immediately updated. And I can divide it per role and per user. So if, for example, the supply chain data is only important for the role of a product manager, I can make sure it's not shown to the marketeer or the translator. We are really dynamic in building it. And funny maybe, or very nice, is I can rearrange it the way I think it's important. If I want to see things in a first view, I can immediately build it. So when I go to a product, I start typing in the top bar. With facet search, I get immediately my results when I start typing. And here I go to my Phyto Rouge product. For demo purposes, I work with this lipstick. And here we are really in the heart of Quable for the people who work with it every day. If you're not an admin or you're not an IT person, you're from the product or for the marketing department, you will work with this screen a lot. Here, all the main information of the product is shown and all the attributes that are important for this product are listed right here. Here we have the Phyto Rouge. And for example, I want to search for a field that I need to enrich. I start typing the word type, and you see immediately all the rest is filtered away. My clean is very clean on what I'm looking for. Or for example, if I'm looking for description, I want to work on my descriptions, I can very easily search and a very clean view is created. In Quable, we can very easily switch languages and work on different languages. And here, for example, I have my marketing introduction. If I click on the translation button, I can see already all the translations are filled. Let me, for the demo purpose, remove a few. I save it. I go back to my translation. I click on the, as soon as I click on the translation button, it will immediately by ChatGPT will translate and filled. Here, for example, test webinar description. I will save it. And the moment I click here, it will be translated in the different languages. Here is Arabic. You see our PIM manages perfect the right to left. And of course, in our data model, we can provide all the different versions of Arabic or other languages as well. We can make sure it will be inherited, the one from the other, if you have to do more minor changes. And the moment I validate it, it will be saved in all the languages that I just translated. How does it work? This sheet is fully dynamical. I can build it the way I like. Here, for example, I made different sections and tabs that are very tailored for me, the way I want to see it for my company. I can just rearrange all the fields in the different sections, in the different tabs. Here, for example, I made a tab for supply chain management, and you see there's a lot of technical attributes here on a total separated tab, and I can make sure in my roles and rights that this will be available for for example, for the supply chain management, but not for the marketing and the translation department. A very important part in our PIM is our AI generation. Here, for example, let me make it empty for this demo. We have our generative AI, and that's very powerful in Quable. I made a prompt in the demo that is looking to the name, it's looking to the images, and the AI is very smart and very powerful. Based on the images that I connected to the PIM, it will generate, based on a prompt, a marketing description for me. So here you see the little icon spinning for a few seconds, and you see that it's very quick. In a few seconds, it generates an AI generated marketing description. And what I can do is after the generation, I can immediately put in the translations from the just generated text as well. So this makes the life of a marketeer very efficient in the workflow of generating, for example, product descriptions for the different channels and immediately translate them for all the languages that your business is operational in. A second thing that's very important on the PIM are the assets, of course. Here, all the assets of the Phyto Rouge are listed. I can very easily reorder them if I want. I can validate them. Here I can download them all. I have the different file formats of downloading. You only have to upload the highest resolution to the DAM. And the DAM in Quable takes care of all the rest. So, for example, you need for your web shop front end, you need 1000 by 1000 pixels image. It's automatically generated. And if you need an 800 by 800 in WebP for Amazon, it's automatically generated in the background. And in the Assets tab, you can download them in the different profiles that you have maybe created already. On your assets, just like on the product sheet, you have all kinds of attributes because it can be very important for, here I have a copyright, I have an author, maybe I have a status, maybe this image needs validation from my graphical department. I can make a description of the photo. I can give it a definition. I can give it a sequence, for example, for my Shopify score. I can give it different AI-generated scripts. Alt text, I can send it to a tool for removal of the background images. We can do all kinds of attributes on the assets as well. Very important in the high requirement marketing world that we are operating in. Then we have in our PIM our related products. A product never stands only on itself. It has always relations. It has a relation to a brand, for example. It has a relation to a range or a bundle. In this example, we linked manually some cross-sell products. And here you can see that this product is related to different products, maybe a cream or a night repair that belongs to the same series. And we want really to push an upsell to one of your e-com channels. We can manage this already in the PIM. Here I can decide what I want to see in this view. For example, here I see the completeness for my e-commerce for all the products, so that I can really work in a very efficient way on my products. On the SKU level, I have my variants of this product. So here in the general tab, I am enriching all the attributes and all the product data that is general for all the colors in the Phyto Rouge. You see in the variants, I have a lot of different colors. And when I have here the beige Manhattan, I can send it to one of my channels. It can be an e-commerce storefront. It can be another channel. And what I can do here is I can link my asset with the color of the beige Manhattan to my SKU level. But the moment I send the SKU with this code to the channel or to the website, it inherits automatically all the general information from my parent product. So this way, I make sure that I do not need to copy and paste it into all my SKU products, but I have only to enrich it on the parent level, and I can send all the details with their own images on the SKU level to my channels. So here you see all the general assets, and here you see the attributes that are applied on the SKU level. Very important in the PIM, I think one of the most important things is what listed here in our sidebar. Here I can send the product to a PDF export, for example. If apps are connected, I can send it to my web storefront or to my PDF export or other tools that are connected. And here in the sidebar, here I see that this Phyto Rouge belongs to an attribute set makeup. But I have also attribute sets for perfume, for serum, for skincare, for sun care. What does an attribute set do? From all the hundreds of attributes that I have in my data model, it filters them down to only the attributes that I need for makeup. You can imagine that for a perfume, I have for example, the type of smell or the character of the smell. I do not need it on my lipstick. So that attribute is not shown in this attribute set for makeup. And this way we can create really clean views to work on your products without any diffusion for the colleagues that are working on this product. We are here in a workflow step of translation, because in my workflow, I'm already pretty much complete with this product, and I'm really far in this stage. Of course, workflows is an advanced level of topics that we will not cover during this webinar. Below, we see some tags. Tags are very helpful in highlighting or underlining some focus points that you want to make on your data. For example, I want a green flag when my product is ready, and I want a red flag, a red visual, like say a highlight that something is missing. I do not want to make it so heavy that my completeness is, for example, not 100%, but I do want my colleagues to see that that something is missing. So here in my related products, you see that I can link a merchandise plan, and the moment I will link it to my product, this visual trigger will disappear, and this way I can work in a very structured way in my operation to decide if some things that happen to your data needs an underlinement or a highlight. Here in the completeness is a very important concept in the PIM. If I click on my e-commerce completeness, only the fields are shown that are important for my e-commerce completeness. So maybe here I have like 40 fields that I need to fill for my document, but for e-commerce it's only 30, for example. And when I click on it, only the 30 are shown. And here, when I empty it, I get a visual trigger of the green dot corresponding with my color here. I get here a visual trigger. And when I fill it, and here I know I have to manually check this one as well to get it to 100%. Here I click marketing, okay. I save it. And here my completeness is 100%. The completeness level is not only a visual trigger that I can see that my product is 100% ready for my e-commerce channel, but also in the workflows and in the connections to the surrounding systems or to the channels. I can decide, for example, that products can only be published to my Ibexa storefront when my e-commerce completeness is 100%, and I can fully automate it in the backend of the system. And I think, yeah, as you understand, I can make multiple completenesses. It's for the external channel in this example for e-commerce, but I can also make a completeness, for example, here for the supply. So if my internal department of the supply chain needs a completeness on the conditioning, the weight and the dimensions, I can make sure I have a completeness on all these attributes. So with a look on my clock, I'm almost finished with this part of my demo. I want to let you show two things. That's our tasks, and after that our advanced search. I'm almost there. In the PIM, we manage the full task management in the system. You do not need to use lists of tasks or different task management software. You can assign tasks to all your teams, to all your roles. For example, if this needs to be 100% for print, I can create a new task. I can assign it to someone with urgency and a message. And the moment this person is logged in Quable, he will see it, he will get a notification, and we will get an email that the task is waiting for him. If there's any questions about this, please post them in the chat. I see already some questions. We will just answer them in a few minutes after. So the last thing I want to show you is our advanced search. I know from more than 10 years PIM and e-com experience that a lot of ERPs and a lot of e-com backends do not have a very good advanced search and bulk editing tool in their backend, and Quable is really strong in this. So here, if I am looking for a selection of my products, I can narrow down really nice here, for example, on the state or of my brand portal products, or I want to work on the incomplete set. I wanted to do it for products that are worked on before today. I can narrow down on all the attributes that I put in the PIM. I can here create a very nice overview with all the attributes that I want to see. I want For example, I want to see if the assets are okay in my overview, and I can here drag and drop it and rearrange it in my overview. And I can do a lot of things for all those products in one go. When I select them, I can very easily mass edit them. So here I can, for example, empty the benefits because it was a mess, there was a mistake was made. I want to change the range from renutritive to Quable ethic, and I can save it. And in one go of all these 34 products, these attributes are edited in one go. We see it a lot of times with sales campaigns, for example. You can assign them all in one go to one sales campaign. We can change very easily the value of one attribute in one go. And in the near future, we will be able to translate with an AI generate as well from this screen. I just got a sneak peek earlier this week. We can move it in the classification. We can link it to different attribute sets, and we can do a lot of things with it. And to finish my demo, I can very easily create a widget from it, because maybe based on this list of products, I want to have a graph on my home screen. And this way, it's not the best, maybe. But here I can see the number of results. Let me check it to the state. I create it, and 1 second later, it is a nice widget on my dashboard. So I think so far, this is we'll call it the happy flow of Quable. Thank you for your attention so far. On the last slide, we will later have a QR code for a demo. And for now, I will leave it here, and I'm going back to the presentation. I have to find a moment.
Thank you so much, Aart. I'm just going to remind everyone that the questions will be answered shortly. After the presentation, we will take the time to go through that in details. Please feel free if you have any more questions to ask.
Yeah, 1 second for my presentation, to find the right slide.
No worries at all.
Yeah,
that was a really good demo, Aart, by the way. It was a brilliant demo. Always.
I tried to compress a lot of information in a few minutes, I know. All right, back to the slides and highlighting the role of a partner. So the demo that you saw is based on our SaaS solution that is for everybody available, but the magic is not only in the PIM from Quable, but I think the magic is for the other half in the hands of a partner like Inforca. Yeah, as you can understand, you really need expert guidance in best practices in industry standards and the experience from the partner. A PIM is never alone, so you need a tailored implementation and an integration with all the tools around the PIM in the incoming and in the outgoing side to support you during the adoption and change management and in the operation after the go live, and of course all the integrations. So Yohann, floor is yours.
Thank you, Yohann. So why choose Inforca for Quable implementation? First, the product mastery. We are certified Quable experts who know the platform inside and out. That means that we understand its capabilities, best practices, and how to maximize its potential. Second, integration expertise. We excel at connecting Quable easily with your existing technology stack, whether it's your ERP or CRM or other business systems, and e-commerce like Ibexa Commerce or Shopify or your preferred e-commerce platform. Third, success partnership. We are not just vendors who deliver and disappear. We are committed to your project outcomes and long-term success. And finally, we are here for future-ready solution. We help you to unlock the platform full potential, ensuring you can scale and grow beyond the initial implementation. And for example, I will give you two real-world use cases. The first one, let me share you a concrete example of our integration expertise. A common challenge is connecting your PIM with your existing IT stack and especially your ERP. And here is how we approach it. First, the data import. We create a dedicated connector to your specific ERP to synchronize product identifiers, real-time stock levels, and technical specification. Two, PIM enrichment. Within the Quable platform, we help you add marketing content, digital assets, and enhanced descriptions. And three, multi-channel distribution. The enriched data then flows efficiently to your e-commerce platforms, marketplaces, and all sales channels, ensuring consistent product information everywhere. This integration eliminates manual data entry, reduces errors, and accelerates time to market. The second example I want to share with you is a real-life success with AI innovation. We work for a wholesale distributor who had thousands of end-of-series products sitting unsold in their warehouse. The challenge? No product photos. These items couldn't be sold online without proper images, but with limited quantities per reference, this is very difficult to justify traditional photography. It was too expensive and time-consuming. Our solution, the client simply takes basic front and back photos of the clothes on hangers or laid flat, quick and easy. Our AI integration then works in two stages. First, ghost model generation, create a dimensional invisible mannequin view of the clothes. And two, virtual model photography, using product data from the PIM, which is size or gender or style, and the AI generate professional model shots, front view, back view, side angles with diverse blend appropriate virtual models. And this has a huge impact on business. 95% reduction in photography cost from weeks to minutes, so a lot faster time to market, and thousands of previously unsellable products now online. The return on investment is expected to be achieved within the first month of sales, and this transforms dead inventory into sellable assets thanks to the power of AI generation integrated with Quable. And just to give you an insight of innovative capabilities we want to implement in the future of product enrichment with AI with PIM solution, with the help of video generation platform like Runway or VO, we can create short clips of AI models wearing the clothes to be sold on e-commerce platforms.
Thank you, Yohann.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aart and Yohann. Thanks to both of you for the great presentations, for the great demo. We do have some questions before we move forward to wrap this up. Some very meaningful and interesting questions. Maybe one to you, Aart. Can we apply policies or rule based on country, channel, or brand within the PIM DAM system? As an example, we can control what content or product data is visible or editable depending on the market or channel. Maybe you have a question, answer already.
Yes, I think that's really one of the drivers for a PIM to be very specific in that, because we can make all kinds of attributes that are applicable to maybe cultural or geographical reasons. For example, ingredients, nutrients. We see sometimes in the target market, it's preferred or yes or no. And we can do it on attribute level, but of course we can do it on a channel level as well. So we can manage it on field level and on channel level in every way thinkable. Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much for the answer. Another question is it possible to publish content directly from the DAM to multiple destinations, such as social media platforms, digital screens in retail stores, e-commerce platforms, and other marketing channels?
Yes and no. A DAM is, of course, a digital asset manager. There's always, there can be restrictions in it being the server for your whole e-commerce website as well. That's things that we need to take into discussions with an integration partner, depending on the specific case of the person who is questioning this case. But yes, of course, we can use it to broadcast anything to anywhere if you want, but there's always an integration and an implementation in place, of course.
Absolutely. About integrations, how does integration work with external tools and platforms such as social media schedulers, e-commerce CMS like Shopify, Magento, CapCut or other video editing tools, stock image video libraries, AI content generation tools, and can the system support regulatory product registration workflows across GCC countries? As an example, can it help manage documentation, approvals, and compliance assets?
Wow, we can have a whole webinar on this topic, Arwa. Some of the connectors are in place in the Quable App Store. They are on the shelf, developed by our own team. For example, the Shopify connector. Then we have a lot of apps developed by agencies, our partner network like Inforca. Then we have our own Ibexa Connect included in Quable. I'm happy to follow up on that if you have questions about that to explain, but it's connected to more than 2,000 apps worldwide already. And then we have our REST and our GraphQL API. That's a real-time connector where we can connect with every thinkable system of the whole information world.
Absolutely. Thank you, Aart. Very quickly, as we might run out of time, does the DAM allow editing of videos, images, and text documents directly within the platform, or does it require external tools? Can we manage product categories, promotional assets, and campaigns and publish them across e-commerce platforms, social media ads, and retail showroom displays?
The last part of the question, yes, we can, for all the platforms, we can manage it. In Quable, editing is limited to the resizing and the rescaling of your assets. Like I explained, we do upload a high resolution and we have different profiles to rescale it. One example that Yohann just showed is we can send it to external tools to do other magic, like removal of background as a very simple example. For video, we do host it, but we do not edit videos or do transcripts or advanced video things in the DAM. We just link it to the product and we can send it to the channels, but we do not edit like maybe other full DAMs, standalone DAMs in the space.
Okay, thank you so much, Aart. And can Quable PIM integrate, I feel, to open text DAM?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
we can integrate with all DAMs. Yes, no problem. We can. We see a lot of this kind of integrations. To be honest, yes.
Okay, amazing. We have one question left and 1 minute left. Thank you for the demo. Could you let us know which cloud CRM platforms Quable integrates with out of the box?
I I'm happy to follow up with that, because I don't know if it's suitable to mention names right here. And to be honest, I have to look. I have to look it up as well.
No worries at all. That was already very helpful. Thank you so much, Aart. Thank you so much, Yohann. This was a great session. We will follow up on the great conversations here. See lots of interest and engagement. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. We look forward to meeting you soon around the Middle East. I know GITEX is around the corner, so we will definitely have time to host more sessions in the coming weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, Arwa. Thank you, Yohann. It was a pleasure.